Good morning, everybody. Thank you all for coming in the rain today, and thank God it's raining. And thank you to, first and foremost, our Will-Be Culinary Arts program headed by Anthony Mango. These kids are here, and they prepared all this. This is indeed a glorious day, and I stand here proud of the journey and accomplishments that Brass City Harvest has achieved thus far. Across the street, that way, not that way, lies not just my field of dreams, but a shared dream of hope, aspiration for a new food-based industry, jobs, neighborhood revitalization, restoration of a river corridor, and culture. These dreams are also shared by Mayor Neil O'Leary, Senator Joan Hartley, State Representative Jeffrey Berger, and my friend here, Todd Montello, my partner in crime. I am deeply, and my cherished friend. I am deeply grateful that Governor Daniel P. Malloy has also embraced our shared dream and has joined us on this journey. His work and that of Senator Hartley and Representative Berger, the tireless efforts have taken place to ensure that this item was placed on the State Bond Commission agenda at its special meeting held on November 15th. It was a historic day for Waterbury and for the state, and I am truly humbled and will never forget the day the vote was called and cast. The Waterbury Regional Food Hub has been in the planning stages for 2 years, thanks to initial funding from the Connecticut Department of Agriculture's Farm Viability Program and the USDA's Local Food Promotion Program that allowed us to discern this project. It will be a phased construction, with the first phase being here at the corner of Millen in East Liberty, addressing the needs of our state's agricultural producers to meet strict new guidelines for food sanitation and to prevent the contamination of farm products by foodborne illnesses. This facility will open doors to new markets for our state's producers, thus strengthening the agricultural economy, which is comprised largely of family-owned farms and orchards. Farmers will be able to utilize dry storage, cold storage, a commercial kitchen, and they'll be able to prepare value-added products such as jams, salsas, and relishes. The second phase will entail the construction of commercial greenhouses for the cultivations of food crops on a year-round basis. One of these greenhouses will be earmarked for the students of the Waterbury Public School System, which will give them a pathway in agriculture to careers in biology, genetics, botany, water quality and water management, chemistry, and even business skills in marketing and communications. The third phase of construction will allow us to create a new, modern year-round farmers market that will offer Connecticut-grown meat, poultry, seafood, produce, and specialty food items. There will be an in-house cafe operated by Waterbury's culinary arts students. Housed within a wing of the building will be a new nutrition center, a community classroom, and demonstration kitchen that will allow Brass City Harvest to offer a centralized healthy cooking and nutrition program, such as we do now at remote locations, free to the public. There will be new green infrastructure along the Mad River corridor with a trailhead to the Greenway, outdoor space for gatherings, food truck fairs, and cultural events. We will use food as a platform for culture and neighborhood transformation. We are a young organization, and we owe a tremendous amount of gratitude to those who have embraced our mission, our vision, and our focus in bolstering the local food system so that food is fair and accessible to all. Our first and steadfast funder is the Connecticut Community Foundation, but that forward momentum and dramatic growth have been carried on the shoulders of some very dynamic funders, such as the American Savings Foundation, Connecticut Department of Agriculture, Harvard Pilgrim Healthcare Fund, Ion Bank, Savings Bank of Danbury, Thomaston Savings Bank Foundations, the USDA, Waterbury Development. The City of Waterbury is a friend to Brass City Harvest like no other. Thank you all for your support and well wishes. The newest chapter of Brass City Harvest is about to unfold. It's a chapter that will be commingled with the citizens and government officials of Waterbury, as well as state and federal entities. Our mission is clear. This property across the street will be revitalized. There will be commerce. There will be jobs. The project is one more example of Mayor Neil O'Leary's mantra: Waterbury is open for business. Thank you, Joan. Thank you, Jeff. Thank you, Mayor. Thank you all. Thank you. At this time, it is my distinct pleasure to introduce Connecticut Department of Agriculture's Commissioner, Stephen Ravitsky, a dear friend. Commissioner.
So good morning, everyone. I am Steve Ravitsky. I'm the Commissioner of Agriculture, and this is probably my third or fourth time coming to this location, and I've had the distinct pleasure of coming to Waterbury on numerous occasions for a number of events here, and have worked very closely with Sue and Brass City Harvest to do lots of good works. And Mayor, thank you for having me again, and it's a pleasure working with you, Senator Hartley, Chairman Berger. This is a very big day, not only for the city of Waterbury and the Waterbury region, but for farmers across this region. The Governor's Council for Agricultural Development has been working very hard over a long period of time to come up with recommendations that will grow Connecticut farms, that will make Connecticut farms more viable, and having these food hubs regionally is a key component of the success in the future of Connecticut agriculture. And without the support of local officials and state elected officials and activists like Sue and Brass City Harvest, these good works would not come to fruition. So on behalf of Governor Malloy and the Connecticut Department of Agriculture, I want to salute the city of Waterbury and your elected officials for working so very, very hard to make this project a reality. For the future of Connecticut agriculture, these facilities here in Waterbury, there are other initiatives in the Litchfield Hills, Hartford Regional Market, Click in Willimantic. While we're a small state, people really do focus locally. So having these types of facilities to bring product together, to aggregate, to distribute, to do light processing of food, it creates jobs and it strengthens Connecticut agriculture. So thank you, Sue, and thank you, Mayor, thank you, Senator, Representative, and the residents of Waterbury. This is a great day for Connecticut agriculture, and it's my pleasure to be here again. Thank you.
Thank you.
It's now my pleasure to introduce Senator Joan Hartley. Please say a couple of words.
So this is really a dream come true. We have been talking about this, planning, plotting, and actually trying to support Sue and Brass City Harvest, who came to us with this idea. And the more she talked about it, Representative Berger, myself, Representative Reyes, new to the delegation, recognized the intrinsic value and the uniqueness of this particular proposal, particularly in this part of the community. A urban food desert that will be here in conjunction with the work that Mayor O'Leary has initiated with the Greenway, the revitalization of housing. This is going to be completely transformative for this area, but quite frankly, it's going to be a model for the state of Connecticut. Sue, you have been so creative. You have also been so determined that it was hard to not get on the train. And I have to say, Todd with WDC was absolutely fantastic. He immediately got the idea, recognized this opportunity, and so it was kind of a connecting of all of these forces being led by the mayor. I have to say the linchpin that brings us here at this moment is Governor Malloy, who has recognized this, the commissioner, who has been, there he is, who has been here and knows this well, and also has worked with us on this, but also so many other projects, and especially today, Representative Berger, who chaired and championed this through the last bonding agenda, which was the linchpin that we now can begin to move on definitively. So congratulations to you, Sue, to Representative Berger, to, of course, our mayor, and our federal delegation. This is going to be a wonderful journey. Thank you for all your hard work.
Thank you.
It is very much my pleasure to introduce Representative Jeffrey Berger, who is not just a representative for his own district, but for the city of Waterbury. Please, Jeff.
Give me a hug. Give me a Waterbury
Yeah.
hug.
Put me through, with
Waterbury.
OPM, put me through Shark Tank. That's okay.
Oh, my God. Well, thank you, Sue. Thank you, WDC, the mayor, city officials, delegation, congressional delegation members here. There's certainly a lot of thanks that need to go around, but I can say Sue Pronovost and her persistence through Brass City Harvest is probably the most persistent person, and the mayor is going to agree with me on this, is probably Madam President from Nordic Valley Community College for trying to solicit bonding money. But I said, Sue, you have to be next in line, and that's a high bar.
That's right.
When I was going in and out of my headquarters during the election, Sue, of course, has her Brass City Harvest right across the street, so she would yell across the street at me and say, what's going on with the money? What's going on with the money? What do I need to do? Who do I need to talk to? And it was pretty persistent. But it's such an important role that we play in the legislature, Representative Reyes, Senator Hartley's district here, to be transformed by the money that the state of Connecticut and the General Assembly commits to projects like this. I'd be remiss if I didn't recognize a few people up in Hartford that were so instrumental in this. And Representative Betty Bokus, who is my bonding chair on Finance, Revenue, and Bonding Committee, along with Diana Palmer from House Democrats staff, administratively wise in pursuing the bonding requests that come through our office in multiple fashions and multiple ways throughout the course of the year. You know, Finance, Revenue, and Bonding is committed to projects such as these, which enhance communities, which create jobs, which brings tax revenue back to our municipalities, and which transforms a district, a place that was old brownfields, old factories, transforms that into a community-based event here that's going to help the city of Waterbury. It's Representative Reyes's vision and working with our committee members, Senator Hartley's vision, along with your vision, that makes this happen for the people of the city of Waterbury and the state of Connecticut. And our commitment is steadfast to that at Finance, Revenue, and Bonding, and we will continue with that. Because I'm sure that as the project moves forward, there will be some additional funds that we're going to need. And we've talked about that. Towards, as Sue has spoke, this is a multi-phase project. There is some brownfields, small hotspots towards the lower end of the buildings, which are the buildings that are over here to the left in the drawings and renderings. And we'll be able to solicit that. The mayor has been so much in front of brownfields legislation, economic development. That is his mission in course. And he's been instrumental in having us achieve the goals that we're able to achieve here today. So thank you for your leadership. WDC, thank you for all your efforts, the legislative congressional delegation, because this is what hard work's all about, and this is what our commitment to the state of Connecticut's all about. So thank you, Sue.
Geez, was I that much of a pain? Just because I have a shovel in the office. Okay. Next, please welcome to the podium Representative Geraldo Reyes. He's our state rep down in this end of town. And Jerry is a longtime friend of Brass City Harvest and me.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Sue. Good morning, everybody. I'm going to keep my comments brief. I am very humble to, first of all, to be the representative of this district, and it's been a district that has been pretty clearly, by the mayor's own admission, underserved, and it really makes my heart grateful to see this type of attention paid to the 75th district. So I am very humble for the work that WC and Sue, Brazos City Harvest, have initiated down here by the very building that we're in. And as Representative Berger and Senator Hartley alluded to, there's no question that a lot of this is coming under the leadership of Mayor O'Leary. We want to deal with these brownfields. The South End has given us plenty of opportunities to be able to deal with these. And as a representative of this district, I'm looking forward to not only the completion of the Brazos City Food Harvest, Brazos City Food Hub here in Mill Street, but also the continuation and development of that beautiful building, and so we can all enjoy that river walk along that beautiful waterfall that's right on there on the Mad River. And I am a grateful representative to be the recipient of this fine work by Senator Hartley, Representative Berger, the state of Connecticut, under the leadership of Mayor O'Leary. Thank you very much for having me.
Next, none of this would be possible without the love and support of Mayor Neil O'Leary. He has been a true friend, and we have a shared vision to engage students in this project and all of our agricultural projects, to enlighten them and give them access to something they normally wouldn't have access to, and to open up career pathways. His vision is shared, and he's a tremendous friend. Please welcome Mayor Neil O'Leary.
Good morning, everyone. Well, this is quite a little party this morning. And it's raining, thank God. You know, I was laughing the other day. I was thinking about my last 5 years in office. We've had hurricanes, blizzards, and now we're in a drought. Can't wait to see what's next. Anyways, to the commissioner, wasn't that long ago, you and Todd and Sue and I took a ride to Pawtucket, Rhode Island, and went to a food hub up there, and that was quite an experience. We learned a lot, some things more than we wanted to learn, and then we stopped at Federal Hill in Providence on the way back for a great lunch, and we got to know each other pretty well. So it all comes down to vision and leadership, and then the hard part, getting it done. I'm thrilled to have Wilby High School culinary program here today for a bunch of reasons, but I think one of the most important, honestly, is so that you could see government working. We see a lot of government bureaucracy, we see a lot of government back and forth, and you know, I think that you've probably all witnessed that in your very young lives, but you know, this is a project that came to fruition because of the collaboration of state, local, and federal partners. And that's really what gets things done. And as you can see, and Jerry mentioned it, this neighborhood has been underserved for decades. And when we got elected and Jerry came to my office first before being a state rep, it was his strong desire to make things happen in the south end of Waterbury. And I think we all share that. No matter what section of Waterbury we live in, I think we all agree that this section particularly has been long underserved, and it's about time that we do something here. If you look across the street at 313 Mill, there was a huge factory fire there just 3 years ago, and if you see it today, it's already completely in the final stages of remodeling, remediation, demolition was incredible, and all that money, $2 million plus, came directly from Governor Malloy when he visited the site right after the fire. And then move down the street as we're going to build this corridor. Senator Murphy's been very involved in this. Senator Blumenthal has been here. Congresswoman Esty has been here. And of course, Joan and Jeff have been here constantly. And we've talked about vision and plans. So I'm really happy here today for a million different reasons. And the 1.7 million reasons that came to us very recently through the efforts of Senator Hartley and Representative Berger as chairman of finance, getting it on the agenda and getting it approved. I mean, these projects don't happen unless you have that kind of support. And there are so many different projects across the state of Connecticut. And I think that the fact that this particular project won the support recently from the governor really does tell the real story about the state delegation and what they do in Hartford. And without them, you know, honestly, projects like this, the fire, the food hub project, we've got some great things that we're going to be reporting very soon in the south end of Waterbury as well. They couldn't happen without them. So we know we're in challenged financial times. We know that. But I think that the vision that the governor has set forth in supporting municipalities such as Waterbury is very in line with his fact that we have the realization of the fiscal hardships that we're under, but we can't just stop. We have to keep moving forward. This project is a project that moves the city of Waterbury forward, and not only that, but it also assists the 17 farms in the immediate area that are currently involved with Brass City Harvest. And can you imagine how many more will get on board once we're in the position to provide the services that my dear friend Sue Pronovost has for this project? And lastly, you know, I do want to talk about Todd Montello and Waterbury Development Corporation. Without Todd's expertise, without his knowledge of how to navigate these brownfield projects, and they're brown down here, let's face it, but there's not very many areas of Waterbury that aren't. But the reality is that people have looked at this side of the city for decades and haven't been able to get anything done. Todd, as the leader of Waterbury Development Corporation, has put us in a position to get things done, and not only that, but to hire the environmental specialists who can get the job done for the best price that we can accommodate. So it's a great day here. It's a great day for these young people from Wilby to see government in action in a positive way. It's a great day because this holds huge promise and it's the beginning of the real South End revitalization. And Joan mentioned the housing that we're doing over here on Loyola on the south side, on the South Main Street corridor, right around the corner. So with the housing, the food hub, the green space we have planned for across the street, some other retail and commercial opportunities, it won't be very long that we'll actually see the south end of Waterbury reacting the way that we all hope and pray that for years that it would. And we've got some really great things going on here. And with Representative Reyes now representing this district and Representative Quaid as before him, we're very proud to be a big part of this great transformation in south end of Waterbury. Thank you, Sue, for your persistence. Without you, we wouldn't be here. Thank you all.
Just before we go, we have, I recognize Brian Hurlbert. He is the Executive Director of Connecticut Farm Services, USDA. Brian was brought in early on this, and I became a pest with him too. I'm sorry. Kenny Curran from State Senator Chris Murphy's office, and Jenna Grandy, where are you? From Representative Estes' office. Thank you for coming. Alderman Cicchetti, Alderman Lopez, my dear friend across the river. And again, thank you guys from Wilby. Thank you all for coming. Please enjoy the refreshments that the Culinary Arts class has prepared for us.